Hey Charlie, what's up?
Hola hermano, mira, te cuento
Hey, tell me in English.
in English.
Okay.
Uh, in the party, she looked very beautiful.
What?
I called her after the party.
Welcome to one more video on Feelin English. My name is Carlos Amaro, and in today's lesson, you are going to learn how to pronounce the regular verbs correctly. Are you ready for that? Let's go to it. First of all, guys, I'd like to tell you that today's lesson is going to be purely in English. So, I will try to speak slowly for the ones that don't have an intermediate or maybe an advanced level yet. Today's lesson is based on the pronunciation of regular verbs. Now, there is something you gotta know first. Number one, that the regular verbs aren't the most used verbs in the English language. You have the irregular verbs. The most important detail about these verbs is, I call the verbs guys sometimes. It's to personify them, or the words, whatever. Never mind. The most important detail about the regular verbs is that all of them will end in E and D. E-D at the end of the verb. If you see one of them, it's likely to be a regular verb. Now, if you pronounce all of the verbs like it all the time, like my friend Charlie pronounced it at the beginning, did you see it? He said look it. He said call it, in a very bad accent, by the way. And it's not correct. Don't pronounce it when it's not necessary or when you don't have to, okay? Today's lesson is really important for your career, guys. Believe me. If you change your pronunciation from today on, your English will be much better. But if you don't, you will be speaking like other guys that don't know this lesson and they haven't arrived in my channel yet. That being said, let's go to the group number one. This group, we will call it the T group. The T group. Now, listen to that sound carefully. T is a very strong sound. In the same way, we will have the pronunciation of these regular verbs strong at the end. And let me tell you, there's a trick to know when to pronounce this T sound at the end of regular verbs. Now look at this example. The first example is cooked. Repeat after me. Cooked. Listen to the strong T at the end. Cooked. Let's go to the second example. Fixed. Fixed. Now if you put it together in a sentence, you could say like, I cooked lasagna yesterday and my friend fixed his car 2 days ago. In those two sentences, the verbs have this strong T sound at the end, fixed and cooked. Now, how to know that you need to pronounce the T sound at the end of a regular verb? Maybe that's why you're asking yourself right now. Well, I will tell you the secret. If you have verbs that end in P, in S, in SH, in CH, in F, in P, in K, and in X, you're most likely to pronounce it T. One more time. T. I'll give you two more examples, but in this case, I want you to pronounce it first. Read this word here. What does it say? It says worked. Repeat after me. Worked. Now let's go to this other word. This is? Yeah, you're right. Watched. Watched. Very strong at the end. Watched. In connected speech, you will find that sometimes sometimes this T sound is mixed up with the other words, especially with the next consonants. If, for example, I say, I watched TV last night, I watched, that sound, it's strong. But if I join it with TV, it will sound like, I watched TV last night. You see? Sometimes it's not even notorious. It's about context. Now let's go to the group number 2. To this group, we will call it the D group. D group. You see that now this sound is a bit softer than the one that we studied before. The D sound is very subtle. It's very soft. It's like, it's like when you're talking passionately with somebody, you're speaking softly, romantically. That is the D sound. Now in this group, you will find verbs such as closed and called. These two verbs are in past, and of course they are conjugated already, and they are pronounced softly. Called and closed. Now again, what's the hack? What's the trick? Here is the hack to learn when to pronounce this the sound. Are you ready? Here we go. And I know, and I'm sure that you will be really thankful after this video and you will use it. Because not a lot of guys know this. They are like, when to use this and when not to. Well, today you're learning that. Here we go. If the verb ends in letters M, R, N, L, B, V, Z, Y, G, and W. You have them there. You have them here. Don't worry, just take notes. Pause the video, take notes. And of course, practice. Now let's read these verbs together. The first one here. Read it. Very good. Played. Played. D. D. Try to take that sound out, like D. When you have that sound, played, your throat will be used to vibrating when you're pronouncing this, and that's really important in English. Well guys, if you want more information about these verbs and about this lesson, go to the link in the description. I am sharing a link where you will find a worksheet, okay? It's a document where you have all this information, you have verbs, and you have an exercise to keep on working. So go down in the description and hit that link. Well, we're getting close to the end, guys. We have two groups already. The first group was the T group, and the second group was the D group. Remember those sounds. One is stronger, the other one is softer. One is T, and the other one is D. Now let's go to the third group and the last one. And this group is the most obvious of all. It's the clearest one. Because when you hear the sound, you will say like, okay, that is a past conjugation. That is simple past. That is a regular verb. And this group is the it group. It group. Now pay attention. I'm not saying it. It's not it. Remember something, guys. The difference between Spanish and English is that Spanish is mostly a voiced sound. It's a voiced language. All of the sounds in Spanish will come out. Yes? A, E, E. They will come out automatically from your throat out. On the opposite, in English, all the sounds, well actually not all the sounds, but most of the sounds will be here inside your throat. Resonating, vibrating. For example, in this case, we don't say it. We will say it. It. You see how I'm not moving my lips? I'm not moving my mouth. I'm not opening it. I close it and I say it. Now, in this group, we have verbs like needed and waited. Now, guys, what's the hack? This is the hack. When you have verbs that end in T or end in D, you will pronounce it completely. You will pronounce a complete syllable. Need is the verb, for example, need, and then needed. Needed. Did. No need that. No, don't make it a Spanish. English. Needed. And wait, other syllable. Waited. So you will have two syllables in total in these words. Are you enjoying the class so far? Well, if that's the case, hit the like button. You will be helping me a lot if you do that. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's on that side. It's on this side. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell, so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Remember that my biggest objective is to teach you English in a very simple, natural, and practical way. So remember, practice makes perfect. We're done with the video today. We don't have more lessons today. Keep practicing and make sentences at home. Now, I would like to have more participation on my comment section, so that's why I'm going to start asking you one question per video. This video's question will be, what did you do on your last vacation? What did you do on your last vacation? Tell me that in comments, share it with me, and of course, the more verbs you use, the more practice you will get. The more regular verbs you use and pronounce, the better your English will be. Well guys, I am sure that you who's watching, can speak English perfectly. You just need to practice and of course, believe in yourself. I'm here to teach you English in a very simple, practical and natural way, with fun, with love, and of course, with passion. My name is Carlos Amaro, and this is Feelin English. I'll see you in the next video. The point of learning is to enjoy it. And if you want to enjoy more videos like this one, hit this video here or this video here. And don't forget to subscribe.